nti China ejja kuyingirawo.
And something will happen.
Era waliwo ekijja okubaawo.
That will be the first war.
Lwe luliba olutalo olusookedde ddala.
In these years,
mu myaka gino,
China with other countries.
China n'amawanga amalala.
We need to pray too much.
Twetaaga okusaba ennyo.
Things are not doing well.
Bintu tebitambula bulungi.
Look at the news.
Mutunulire amawulire.
What is happening in China and Taiwan?
Mulabe ekigenda maaso China ne Taiwan.
And that will be the first war.
Era lujja okuba olutalo olusookedde ddala.
China with other nations.
China n'amawanga amalala.
If not too much prayer,
okutaba kusaba kw'amaanyi,
it will devastate the whole world.
kijja kwonoona ensi yonna.
People will not like it.
Abantu tebajja kukyagala.
Those ends I have not talked about.
Ate ab'oludda olwo lwesijja kwogerako.
They will not like it.
Tebajja kukyagala.
Because confronting China is like acquiring a deadly disease.
Okulumba China obeera nga alwadde endwadde embi ennyo.
After days of war games sending a message to Taiwan, China has called an end to its military drills, but it has repeated threats to take the island by force if need be, declaring a new era where the concerns of other countries will be ignored.
In the global posturing over Taiwan, looks matter, and after a massive flex, China has announced an end to its military drills in the area. But it's now crystal clear it intends to take back self-ruled Taiwan. Beijing stating it's seeking peaceful reunification, but it won't rule out using force.
What has been ongoing escalation of tension across the Taiwan Strait that we join with other countries in the region in calling for a de-escalation.
Overnight, the Taiwan military released this promotional video of its anti-invasion exercises. We stand on the front lines to protect our country. We neither seek escalation nor instigate disputes. Back in Washington, Nancy Pelosi was defending her trip to Taiwan.
That was our purpose, to salute this thriving democracy.
Clearly, China had their plans before we took our trip. And what they want to do is to try to deter us from going to visit our friend and ally.
They say it spoke directly to the Chinese president.
Gave Xi a message that he's not going to dictate to us on what we do and what we don't do.
20 million people live on Taiwan. In the capital Taipei, locals remain calm but feared trade impacts.
And our message to the people in Southeast Asia, you have a friend, an ally, and a partner in the United States of America.
We will not allow China to isolate Taiwan.
Ali Donaldson for 10 News First.
There's finally some good news for US President Joe Biden on the economy, with America's runaway inflation rate slowing from last month's 9.1% to 8.5%. It's still close to a 40-year high, but after steepling interest rate rises, the president was putting a positive spin on the news.
I just want to say a number: 0. Today, we received news that our economy had 0% inflation in the month of July. 0%.
But President Biden wasn't sticking around to bask in that good news, instead booking a holiday at a golf resort in South Carolina. Ukraine is celebrating the destruction of 9 Russian military aircraft at an airbase on the Crimean Peninsula, but the government in Kyiv says they didn't do it. While Russia denies it, it was possible it was a strike by partisan fighters. Ukraine's president taking it as inspiration to declare his country will retake the disputed peninsula and liberate its people. Around 10,000 people have been forced to evacuate part of southwest France after a smouldering wildfire reignited. Walls of flame are confronting 1,000 firefighters south of Bordeaux. Searing temperatures and bone-dry conditions meant the original fire, which tore through 15,000 hectares, was never fully extinguished. So far, there are no reports of injury or death. Prince Harry is making headlines again, though this time not for family squabbles. A former stripper is auctioning off a pair of his undies, which she claims he gave her during an infamous night out in Las Vegas. Photos from 10 years ago show an undressed Prince inside a hotel room. The now owner of the jock says she wants them to be a reminder of the fun Harry. They'll go under the hammer tomorrow in Las Vegas, with bidding starting at $10,000. There were heartbreaking scenes for beer lovers on a Kentucky highway when a truck overturned and lost its load of Bud Light. The semi-trailer came unstuck after taking an exit ramp, leaving a mess that took hours to clean up. It being Bud Light, though, there were few volunteers to help with the clean-up. And going where no man or woman has gone before, a French daredevil has broken the world free diving depth record. 26-year-old Arnaud Girold plunged to just more than 120 metres on a single breath at an annual competition in the Bahamas. It took him 3 minutes and 34 seconds to get down and back up again, and wasn't he happy when the world record was announced. It is the 7th time he has broken the world record in his diving career.